Hi, first grade friends. It's Miss Carter here. We are going to go ahead and get started with our math lesson. But before we do, we need to work on a spiral review. So I'm going to switch you over so you can see my screen. Okay, so I need you to look in your green folders, and I need you under Tuesday to find this page. It should have two problems on it. You should see some number bonds under number 1, and you see some kids with balloons on number 2. These are the ones that we're going to work through today. Okay? So when you're ready, you can just go ahead and let it play. If you need a little time, push pause now. Here we go. So for number 1, it says to complete each number bond with a different way to show 8. So let's think about that. We are showing what number? If you said we are showing number 8, you are correct. So I'm going to start off by going ahead and putting 8 in each number bond because each one of these has to show 8. So watch me, please. If I'm making 8, I'm using 2 numbers to make 8. So 8 is going to go in the top of our number bond. These 2 numbers together are going to make 8. Let's look at the next one. These 2 numbers are going to make 8. And these 2 numbers are going to make 8. Push pause now and think of 3 different ways that we could make 8. When you're ready, you can push play. Welcome back, friends. There are lots of different ways that we could make 8. I'm just going to show you 3. You might have different answers than me, and that's okay. Well, one thing that I know about 8 is it's part of a double fact. I know that if I put 4 and 4 together, that I can equal 8. So I'm going to put that in our first number bond. 4 and 4 more equal 8. Another way that I could show 8 is by 2 and 6 more. So if I put 2 and 6 together, I will get 8. I could also think about the number 5. If I had 5, I'm going to count up. Watch this. 5, 6, 7, 8. How many more did I need? That's right, 3. 5 and 3 together make the number 8. If you got different number bonds, that's okay. There are many different ways to show 8. Here is just 3 ways that we could show 8. Let's look at number 2 on this page. It's a word problem, and I'm going to read the word problem to you. Marvin had 3 balloons. Tom gave him 2 more. Which equation represents the story and shows how many balloons Marvin has now? Let's read the equation together. Marvin had 3 balloons. Let's look at the picture it gave us. Does this show Marvin and his 3 balloons? Yes, it does. Marvin started with how many balloons? Marvin started with 3 balloons. Then what happened? Let's keep reading. Tom gave him 2 more. Tom gave him. If somebody gives somebody 2 more, are you having more or less? That's right. More means the number gets bigger. If you have more cake at a birthday party, that means you have another piece. So Marvin started with 3 and he got 2 more. Which one of these equations represents 3 and 2 more? Turn and talk to somebody near you. Two more is represented by +2. Marvin started with 3 balloons and Tom gave him 2 more. How many balloons does Marvin have now? Let's use the picture to help us. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 balloons and 2 more balloons equals 5 all together. You should circle that answer. Now it's time to move on to our math lesson. All right. Let's get this screen shared so you can see what we're working on today. All right, friends, today we are working on lesson 1, and this is day 1. We are actually going to work on this lesson for 2 days. So today is day 1 of that lesson. Here we go. These are some materials that you're going to need for this lesson. So after you read the list, if you need to push pause to get these materials gathered, then when you're finished, you can push play. You are going to need a whiteboard or a piece of paper. Either one of those are fine. You can use a whiteboard marker or a pencil. You're going to need some counters. If you are at home, you can use anything as counters, but I have also included some in your packet that you can color and cut out. You're also going to need the practice and problem solving book that was sent home to you. Push pause if you need time to gather these materials, and push play when you're ready. In kindergarten, you learn to count objects using one-to-one correspondence. That means going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But today we're going to work on using some counting strategies. So in this lesson, you are going to apply the count on strategy to find an unknown sum. Let's read the learning target. I'll read it first, and then we'll read it together. I can use the strategy of counting on to solve math problems. Read it with me, please. I can use the strategy of counting on to solve math problems. So first, I'm going to model this. Look at the picture on the screen. It says find 6 plus 2. Now, some of you might already know the answer just like that, and that's okay. But remember what our clear learning target says. It says that we are going to use the count on strategy. So let me model the count on strategy. When you use the count on strategy, you're going to start with the biggest number and you're going to count on. So our equation reads 6 plus 2. What is the biggest number in that equation? That's right. 6 is bigger than 2. So I'm going to put 6 in my head. I know that looks silly, doesn't it? So watch me use the count on strategy. 6, 7, 8. So 6 plus 2 equals 8. Let's look at the picture on the screen. We have 6 cubes linked together. So we're going to use that as 6, and then we're going to count on 2 more. 6, 7, 8. Try that with me, please. 6, 7, 8. What is 6 plus 2? Turn and tell someone near you. Let's read the equation together. Ready? 6 plus 2 equals 8. Nice job. So we're going to figure out what's wrong with this problem. Let me read the equation. 6 blocks are yellow. 3 blocks are red. How many blocks in all? It says, what's wrong? So let's look at the picture. I've got this group, and it's labeled 1. And then I've got another block labeled 2, another block labeled 3, and another block labeled 4. Let me read the problem again while you look at the picture. 6 blocks are yellow. 3 blocks are red. How many blocks in all? What's wrong? Turn and talk to someone near you. If you need more time, push pause. Let's look at the right way and see why it was wrong in the picture. The story says 6 blocks in all, but it labeled it as 1. Is this a group of 1 or 6? That's right. It is a group of 6. Instead of counting this big group of yellow blocks as 1, it should have been counted as 6. So the right way would be 6, then 7, 8, and 9. So the equation should read 6 plus 3 equals 9. Can you read the equation with me? Ready? 6 plus 3 equals 9. Nice job. Here we go. Let's look at launch 1. I'm going to read the equation to you. 6 red beads and 3 yellow beads. How many beads in all? Let me read it again. 6 red beads and 3 yellow beads. How many beads in all? The equation says 6 plus 3 equals blank. Let's use the count on strategy. Put 6 in your head and count on. 6, 7, 8, 9. Your picture could look like this. 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 beads total. Let's look at the next word problem. It says 6 red blocks and 2 blue blocks. How many blocks in all? Use the count on strategy to help you. Push pause if you need more time. Welcome back. Did you say 6, 7, 8? I used the count on strategy. I started with the largest number and I counted on 6, 7, 8. Let's look at the picture. 6, 7, 8. 6 plus 2 equals 8. Now, this is when you're going to use your whiteboard or your paper. The equation says 5 big balls and 3 small balls. How many balls in all? So it gave us the equation 5 plus 3 equals blank. And then it gave us a picture. There's a big open square here and 3 balls here. What is going to go in the big open square? Fill in the picture with a number. I'll read the word problem again. 5 big balls and 3 small balls. How many balls in all? Fill in the picture with a number and solve the equation. Push pause now, and when you're ready to go on, push play. Welcome back. You should have put a 5 in the big square because when we are counting on, it is easiest to start with the biggest number. Watch me. I know that I have 5 big balls and 3 small balls, and I know 5 is the biggest number. Watch this. 5, 6, 7, 8. I could use the count on strategy to solve. 5 plus 3 more equals 8 in all. Let's do the count on strategy together. Ready? Put 5 in your head and we're going to count on 3. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 equals 8. There are 8 balls in all. If you have a whiteboard, go ahead and erase. If you have a piece of paper, move down below the problem we just worked on. Here we go. If you need more time erasing, push pause, and when you're ready, push play. 1 bee and 7 ants. How many bugs in all? Remember, when we count on, we start with the biggest number. I know I have 1 bee and I have 7 ants. Which number is bigger? Practice the count on strategy starting with the biggest number. Tell or show someone near you how to count on from this equation. 1 plus 7 equals 8. Push pause, and when you're ready to move on, push play. You are counting 1 more. 7 goes in your head and counting 1 more. Ready? 7, 8. Do that with me. Ready? Put 7 in your head and count on 1. 7, 8. What is 1 plus 7, friends? Did you say 8? 1 plus 7 does equal 8. If we start with the biggest number and count on 1 more, we get to 8. 7 and 1 more is 8. If you have a whiteboard, go ahead and erase. If you're using a piece of paper, go down to the bottom. If you need more time, push pause and push play when you're ready. Here's the next equation. 6 triangles and 2 squares. How many shapes in all? So our equation reads blank equals 6 plus 2. Remember, you must start with the biggest number. What is the biggest number? Let me read the word problem again. 6 triangles and 2 squares. How many shapes in all? Start with the biggest number. Push pause and push play when you're ready to continue. Step 2 is to count on from the biggest number. Our word problem said that we had 6 triangles. So instead of drawing 6 triangles, which would take me a while, I drew a triangle with the number 6 in it to remind me 6 is my biggest number. And then I had 2 squares. So I'm going to count on 2 from 6. Watch. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Try that with me, please. 6, 7, 8. Show someone near you how to count on 2 more from 6. Go ahead and do that now. There are 8 shapes in all. So for your independent practice today, these books were sent home with you. There were 2 books. It's very important that you pick up the correct book. The correct book says practice and problem solving. Okay, so in this book, you are going to complete pages 3, 4, and 5. When you're done with pages 3, 4, and 5, put them in your folder. I don't need the whole book, just the pages that were assigned, okay? That will take it, it will make it easier carrying it back and forth. It's easier to carry a few pages than it is a whole book. Okay, so once you're done with pages 3, 4, and 5, put it in your folder, and the next time you see your teacher, you can turn it in. Also, please complete 20 minutes of iReady Math. Remember, you have to log in through the ClassLink app. Some of you might already have an assignment sent to you from your teacher on skills that you need to work on. So if you have an assignment from your teacher, do that one first. If you have time when you're finished, you can do the other things on iReady. But if you have an assignment, do that one first. Thank you for all your hard work. If you have any questions, you can contact the school, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.